All right, so this is the last example we have. And this one is a little bit more complicated than the ones that we've had in the last two examples. We have three fractions, which means we cannot cross multiply. Can't do it. So we're going to have to find the common denominator. If we multiply every fraction by the common denominator, then we will no longer have any fractions, and we'll have a simple linear equation, hopefully. We may end up with a quadratic expression that we will need to solve for. So that's what's going to happen, and that's what we're going to try. So looking at our fractions, we have a denominator of x, a denominator of x, and a denominator of x plus 4. So what will our common denominator be?
X.
X will be in the common denominator. What else will be in it? What else do you see in the denominators?
4 plus 4.
X plus 4. So our common denominator is going to be x times x plus 4. So that's what we're going to have to multiply every fraction by. And that will get rid of our denominators. So we'll rewrite the fractions. So we have x minus 3 over x. We have 1 over x. We have our equal sign. And we have x plus 1 over x plus 4. And we're going to multiply all three of these fractions by our common denominator right here. And the reason why we're allowed to do this is because you're allowed to add, subtract, divide, or multiply anything to one side of an equation as long as you do the identical thing on the other side. Oops. Excuse me. Okay. Nothing's worse than trying to hold a sneeze in. All right. So let's look at our first fraction. Is there anything that we can cancel out here?
Yeah, the x plus 4.
The x and the x we can cancel out. There's no x plus 4 in the denominator, so you can't break that out. So let's look at this second fraction. What can we cancel out? X and x. What can we cancel out here?
X
X plus 4 and x plus 4. Excellent. So now we have x minus 3 times x plus 4. Rainbows and smiley faces time. So x times x is?
X squared. 4x.
So we've done that, cross it out. X times 4x is?
4x.
Cross it because we've done it. Negative 3 times x is?
Negative 3x.
Negative 3 times 4. So let's combine these terms. So we have x squared plus x minus 12. Okay. What do we have here? Well, 1 times, right.
So just x plus 4.
So we have plus x plus 4. And all of this is going to equal, well, we have
x squared plus 1x.
all right. All right. So now it's time to combine similar terms on the left side of our equation. So what is similar here?
X and x.
X and x. So what is x plus x?
X.
2x. So we have 2x. So we combine these. Do we have anything else that's similar? Negative 12 and 4. So negative 12 plus 4 is?
8. Negative 8.
Negative 8. And we still have the x squared. And this is all going to equal?
X squared plus x.
Okay. So now it's time to try to get the x's together. So what's the first thing I'm going to do to try to...
Minus x.
We'll subtract x. Okay. So what I'm going to do so we have more room is I'm going to move this up. Apparently I didn't plan ahead enough. So I'm going to turn that colors. So you suggested to add what? Or subtract what?
Subtract x.
So let's subtract x. Subtract x. So I end up with x squared. 2x minus x is?
X.
x
plus x minus 8
minus 8.
equals x squared.
Okay, what am I going to do next?
Then you will subtract x again. Or no, then you'll add 8.
I could add 8, but let's finish combining similar terms. So I notice I have an x squared on this side of the equation and an x squared on that side of the equation.
You combine it.
So how am I going to move the x squareds?
Minus x squared.
I'm going to subtract x squared from both sides. So then, x squared minus x squared is 0. 0. So I still have the x minus 8. And x squared minus x squared is 0. So now I have, I'm going to move this up here. So I have x minus 8 is equal to 0. What am I going to do to both sides? Add 8. It is easy, you're right. So x is equal to 8. And there's your answer. So even though these problems look scary, they are not scary. All you need to do is find the common denominator, multiply through, and then you're left with a simple linear equation to solve.